What's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Be Unique Podcast. I am Janae Unique, as y'all already know. So you should be subscribed already. We should already be family. So make sure you do that. Take time out, do that right now. Okay, now come on back because we have a special guest today, and I'm so excited. He's already laughing, so I know he's probably nervous, but we but today we have, I call him MD because he's always just the music director of all the things that I do, but today we're just gonna go with Dion. Hey,
What's
welcome
up?
to the
What's
podcast.
up? What up?
I'm so excited. Thank you for coming
You're
today.
welcome.
Are you ready? It's your first podcast, first interview. Have you done any interviews before?
I've done one before, but like not like this per se.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
This
I'm
fancy, huh?
excited.
This fancy.
Hey,
You
big
you
time.
must be proud of me.
I am.
Oh, okay.
I am.
Okay,
This is
okay.
cool.
I was
This
making
is
sure.
dope.
I was making sure.
Yeah,
Y'all, usually when Dion is with me, he hears all my mistakes.
yeah.
He hears when I'm singing and everything.
Yes.
He's the one that's telling me, "Hey, you're off. You're off key. I need you to come up a little bit, okay? I need you to do that." But you have to have people like that around you. You have to have people like that that's going to tell you, you did good, but you can do a little better. Now let's do it again. So, how was your day today? You were good?
Today was good. It's busy. Just left my church in Riverside, and then just came here.
So what church do you go to?
So it's a 7-day Adventist church that I sing at on Saturdays. So
Because he sings, he plays, all things. Just, you got to do it all.
something.
All right.
You know?
Okay, so take us back to the beginning. How did it all start?
Man, of course, born and raised in church, so I think that's where, of course, a lot of us, I think, get our foundation from. Started singing, in the choir, like at 7. And it's from there, just, grew. And then I started playing. I started, getting an interest, like, in playing. I'll probably say, like, my freshman year of high school. And then
You say you started playing
keys.
Playing keys, okay.
And organ. That was freshman year of high school. Then I didn't start taking it serious until maybe my senior year.
Okay.
So it's like when I turned 18.
So it was just always something that you knew you liked to do, but you just didn't do
Yeah,
full
I think,
time.
so my family, we're just very, I think we all are musically talented.
So did your mom sings? You
Yeah,
have
my mom
how many
sings.
siblings you have?
I have 2 other siblings.
Okay.
So my brother, he can sing, he plays drums, and he plays keys a little bit too. My sister, she can sing. She got a nice little
Okay.
tone on her, yeah. It's like either you sing or you play or you do both,
Yeah.
you know.
So everybody has music. Is music?
No, for sure. For
Got it.
sure, definitely.
So when you started being in church and singing and everything like that, was your mom or your sisters and brothers, were y'all one big band, or
No, we wasn't the
y'all
we
wasn't
wasn't the Jackson 3.
y'all wasn't Jackson?
It wasn't the Jackson 3.
It wasn't happening. Y'all was
Nah.
like, nah, we don't need to be a group.
Nah, but it was more. I honestly, I picked it up from my brother. Honestly, I must say, because I know he was very musically talented. He still is. He did a lot of like shows. Like he went to Gardena High School, so they did like stumping competitions. He was in the band. So I would always see like his little saxophone or whatever he would play underneath the bed and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay.
So you guys you're originally from LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Period. LA got
You know,
the LA hat
You
on
already
too.
know.
Gotta represent.
Gotta rep. You already know.
So where's the church? Where's your home church?
Home church is Bethlehem Temple,
Hey, shout
Los
out.
Angeles.
Shout out.
958 East 52nd Street.
Uh-oh.
Come and get
So
blessed.
that means you know when the day and the hour, the time that you receive the Holy Ghost.
I do. I was pound at the time, but I think it was November 1st, actually, 2008. I was 9 years old. Like I feel the Lord saved me early.
He
saved me early.
You think that was a good thing?
No, it really was.
Yeah.
Just imagine. I can only imagine what I would be doing if I wasn't saved. You know what I mean?
I say that all the time. Like even being young, I'm 28.
Yeah.
By the time this comes out, my birthday would be past. So
29.
30.
30.
You know what? Not too
Ooh-wee.
much. Not too much. Too much dip on your chip now. But
30.
yeah, but I think being young, I just couldn't imagine even being 28 years old living a life without God.
Yeah.
or just going through life. Like I would literally lose my mind or just going around not believing that there is a force or something
Absolutely.
that's helping you every single day of your
Absolutely.
life. Because you know when we start church, it's usually because our parents are going, but it's something when you just have a relationship with God for yourself.
And I had to find that, you know,
So how
because
did you find that?
growing up, of course, like you said, like, you know, your parents kind of make you go to church, but I ended up finding a love for it. Like a lot of my friends that I grew up with you know, in church, they do their own thing. And I'm kind of one that, you know, stuck around and still, you know, stuck with it. But I would say, I think just going through life, going through certain things, you know, one thing that I did do, like growing up, I put people on a pedestal. And I'm like, you would never do, you would never sin, or you would never do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And so once I start finding out people was doing that, I'm like, okay. So it let me down, but then I'm like, I have to get a relationship with God for myself.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, of course, just going through certain things and me questioning certain situations, and God really revealed Himself to me in a mighty way. So, you know, if you don't believe in God, I don't know.
We
I don't know what
encourage
to tell
you
you.
get that relationship
Get
for
it.
yourself, not for someone else,
Absolutely.
but for yourself.
Absolutely.
So you said that you didn't start taking it seriously till high school. So what was that shift for you to start taking it seriously?
Honestly, got to give shout outs to the GOAT, Brian Hurd on the
Hey,
organ.
Brian, we
Be
love
Heard.
you.
Nah, he really was an inspiration, truly. Once he came to our church and he started playing, mind you, of course, my pastor, he played, and I was always amazed by him. But I think Brian, when he came, I think he kind of took things probably to a different level, you know, as far as playing and things, and I was amazed. I was playing basketball, and I was like,
Believe it or not, because you're like 7
nah, for real.
feet.
I played basketball. I was like, that's weird.
So you just never enjoyed playing basketball?
I did. But I ended up getting injured, so I ended up breaking my ankle in high school when I was playing. So after that, I was kind of like,
That'll
I
do
don't
it.
really want to.
That'll do it.
But after seeing Brian play, you know, and hearing him, and then me started playing with him, you know, I was really like, man, I really want to do this. So I kind of started taking it serious around that time.
Yeah, because he'll push you from.
Oh, for sure.
From my experience with Brian,
Yeah.
is because me and my sister, my younger sister, we were in LA Inner City Mass Choir, and he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the person who
He
played.
played there,
Well, he was the MD. He was if you don't know what MD is, it's a music
Director.
and he kind of takes care of everything in the music department. But he seemed to take care of the choir as well, because he'll be the one that, like how I said earlier, how you be like you off, but he'll really tell you like you're
Oh,
off,
yeah.
and this is actually
Absolutely.
the right note. This note is called C. Like he'll break
He'll
it
tell you.
down.
Yeah,
He'll
absolutely.
tell you, and also he'll push you, because there were certain notes or certain things that we felt like, oh, like I'm not gonna be able to hit that. I'm not a
Yeah.
soprano,
Yeah.
and he'll just make you do it over and over
No,
and
for
over
sure.
again. So shout out.
Shout out to GOAT.
He's definitely
Absolutely.
great. So after you took it seriously, so do you play outside of church?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
just
You know,
mainly?
I do. You know, weddings. You know, birthday parties, all that.
So who did you look up to? Like, who's your inspiration?
I don't know. I won't say I have an inspiration per se. Of course, I think, like I said
Or
before,
influences, people you
Brian,
listen to.
he definitely was an influence for sure. I think I just had the passion for it already, and I think, especially during that time, you know, as a teenager, he really kind of fueled it, you know, for me. But it was already there, and I felt like I probably just didn't have the right tools or, you know, opportunity yet to kind of like start being or doing, you know, music or get into it.
So what were you listening to? Like, what was playing at home when y'all be cleaning up and your mama wake you up in the morning
church.
on Sundays?
Church.
All
Day, church. But I would play, like, I would listen to my own, like, R&B, 90s R&B. Like, I grew up, like, my sister, she's a little older, so she's, not to be telling your age, but she's 30.
Her business.
Right now, she's 36. So we're an 11-year difference
Oh, okay,
between
okay,
us.
okay.
So, you know, I'm used to listening to all of her, like, 90s R&B. So that's kind of how I started listening to R&B. And then, of course, you know, current R&B.
So what? So how do you feel about the music today?
It's
Like,
weak. It's trash. Honestly,
like so I'm not the only. It's hard to
it's
kind of
weak,
listen to a lot of it.
and it don't move me. Like it doesn't. I don't know. It don't move me. But '90s R&B. There's some artists I listen to, of course, like Music Soul Child that still does that. He still moves like me. Kenyon Dixon.
Love
Hey.
Kenyon, but
Hey.
I was a late Kenyon fan.
No, me too.
I was
Like
late.
this is recent.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, recent.
maybe like this year. Like no,
Oh, so you're not worse than.
it's recent. No, it's for sure. It's recent, but like I play his music like almost all day, every day. He got that feel, like that old school '90s. Like he's got
that
that.
passion.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And
Yeah.
of course, Tank. Got to
Love
shout out my
Tank.
boy Tank.
Look, Tank.
Tank, if you're watching this, if
better
you're
be
watching
this,
this,
Tank, you might as well come
you
at this
know what I
point.
mean? Come on, man. Sign me, R&B Bunny. You already know. Nah, Tank for sure. Just like those type of artists.
They all grew up
Yeah.
in church. They all did.
True.
That's all. That's all things
Churchy,
we have
yeah.
that we have in common. We all
Yeah.
grew up in church. Like you said, it's the foundation
Absolutely.
of everything
Yeah.
today. So with that, if you're listening to that, because this a lot of times we'll be in rehearsal, and every gospel song you easily can put it with a
With
R&B
R&B
song.
song, yeah. Easy.
I'm like, why do
It's
we do
churchy.
that? We do that.
But if you listen, I'm telling you, if y'all listen, y'all go back to Ray Charles, Little Richard, and they will always, like, say for instance, if I'm in the service, and I'll play, there's this one Vince Bohannon song, the is here, whatever you ask from the Lord is not, but then I know Vince Bohannon, they did the big payback.
Okay. Yeah.
But those are church chords.
Yeah.
It's not like James Brown made that sound. That sound was already here. You know, if you listen to like Ray Charles, listen to all those. That's church. They grew up church. So it's like, are we playing James Brown, or is James Brown playing the church?
Right. Because they all, when you look at all of their documentaries, they
It's all
all
church.
start in the church house.
It's all church. All churchy. It's all churchy sound.
Because I just feel like that we're just the foundation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like all of it has to start somewhere, and it all starts in the church.
Absolutely.
So with that, with playing in the church and playing outside of the church, was that a weird transition for you? Like playing outside, or was it just natural?
No, I mean, I think it's natural. I mean, as a musician, I feel like you have to expand yourself. Like, what if somebody asks me to play for their birthday party and all I can play is church music?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
This is the day.
if you want to make money, or if you want to, be successful, you need to listen to everything. So I don't just listen to just, gospel or just R&B. Like, there's country. And I won't say that I'll go type up country, but if I happen to hear it, like, I'm going to listen to it. And a lot of it correlates. It's the same.
Yeah. So with that, with playing in the church and then going outside of the church, is there anyone that you're like, well, we know Tank for sure, but do you have anybody that you want to play for one day, or like a dream collaboration, or anyone?
Not so much, really. I mean, I don't really want to be like, you know me. I'm not, even
back.
this
Lay
is
back.
like a lot.
Yeah.
I don't usually do, but being like in the center of attention, or I don't really have somebody specifically that I would
And I feel
want to
like
be
that's
with.
important
Yeah.
because, and a lot of the reason why I did this podcast was because the people behind the scenes are very important. The people who are in front of the camera or in the light.
The light.
People don't see what's going on in the background.
That's
People
true.
don't see the process and
Absolutely.
the tears and the sweat and everything like that.
Right.
And we all feel like that we have to go down this one lane when there's so many lanes that we can go down. You can be a music director. You can be, you can play the drums. You can be behind the camera. You can help with the sound. You can do all of that, and all of that can take you wherever you want in the world.
Yeah.
So you just play the keys, or what else do you play?
Play keys and organ, same. I play a little bit of drums. I would never say I'm a drummer. I would never say that.
Like,
I would
not
never
that-
say I'm a drummer. Yeah.
Why not? You can just, but if you get a drum set, your drum set gonna have to come all the way up here because your
funny.
legs are super long.
No. Nah, but I think I started playing drums a little bit. I can play a little bit, but like not No.
Just enough.
Just enough, like just enough.
Everybody in those,
Like if
in
they
church,
needed
do
me
just
to
enough.
like to back up, I could do it. I can get away
Like, it
with
depends
it.
on the song. What's the song?
It's gonna have to be
You probably get
churchy.
the A, but not the B
Yeah,
selection.
yeah. No, but just a little bit. But yeah, just mostly just keys and organ. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how to read music?
I don't. I actually went to Grand Canyon University,
Mm-hmm.
and my major was business administration / management, and I also did music as a minor.
Okay.
But I had a hard time like trying to read music because it was hard for me to translate it from what I already know, like reading it or like it was very hard for me.
That's interesting because I would think that if you already know how to play,
Yeah.
that it would you'll get the information
Yeah.
like easily. But you're saying it's because you already self taught.
Because I already taught myself a certain way, so then now trying to be taught another way, it's like. But I feel like if I had the right teacher, I could do it. And honestly, in that time frame, I wasn't really like focused with it too, so maybe that's why. But yeah, but it was tough though. It was.
Yeah, I know the bare minimum, like face, something does
don't ask
fine.
me.
I know the bare minimum.
Don't
My
ask me.
dad, he plays the drums
Okay.
and the keys, and he just felt that music is just important. You have to know how to read the music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Probably back in their day, it'll probably put you a little bit forward if you knew the music. I just think that it just depends. But when I used to get on the field and play the clarinet, I wanted to play the saxophone.
Yeah.
So when he said I couldn't play the drums, I couldn't play the saxophone, that I had to play the clarinet, I'm like, ain't nothing cute about the clarinet. But now I think going back, I do think that I wish I took it more seriously because I could have knew music a little bit more, just to know the knowledge of it. So if you do have the opportunity to go, I would say go.
Sure. Absolutely.
But you can't get far even if you don't go. But I'm gonna encourage you.
And just
Don't
knowing
be
it,
late.
it's like, man.
Yeah. So outside of church or outside of music, what do you like to do?
Work. Well, I don't say I like to do work.
Work.
That's what I do. But I don't know. I'm pretty chill, laid back. I mean,
So you have a regular job
I do.
and you work.
Yeah. So I'm a recruitment manager for a
okay.
healthcare company. Pretty much, we recruit and staff medical coders for different hospitals like UCLA Health, Cedars-Sinai, Kaiser. So that's pretty good.
So how do you balance like having a regular job
It's
and
tough.
then you just have to
I just do it. I
just
don't
gotta
get
do
no
what you gotta
rest
do?
really. But you gotta do. I got bills to pay. So like
Bills.
there's no excuse. And it's just me. It's not like I have a wife or anything like that. So I have to make sure that
I heard
I'm
that.
covered.
You
No.
don't have a wife, ladies.
This ain't no- this
He don't
is-
have a
no,
wife.
no.
He's a man of God.
You sick.
They let him in. They let him in God. The
You
real
sick.
man of God. You know what I'm saying?
Man of God. Nah, but you gotta just do what you have to do.
Yeah, because so when the pandemic and everything happened, nothing really changed for you like that then, right?
To be honest with you, I would say the pandemic was probably the best time for me.
The best time.
Absolutely.
Tell us why.
I missed the pandemic, to be honest.
Why?
Cause I do.
What about it?
I think I was able, for one, save a lot of money. So I think I was definitely in a financial, better financial spot or situation during that time. But that's not, and I'm not sure, but that's not everyone's testimony. But I'm just.
We
telling
all
mine.
saved a lot more money.
No,
being
for
in
real,
the
no.
house.
But I just enjoyed it. I don't know, being in the house. I think being with family. I think we got a chance to reconnect.
Yeah.
And build better relationships. I think just knowing, like, man, like this could be gone like this. I think it really changed the mindset of everybody. I think.
Yeah, and I think when you said getting closer to your family, that was definitely something that happened with me. And when we all grew up with each other,
Right.
but it's like we're all older, trying to get to that point of just like, wow, it's almost like you're getting to know your siblings in a different way because you guys are all, older, and it's like,
Yep.
wow, you went through that. Wow,
Yep.
you like these since when? It was
Yeah.
just a whole bunch of
Yeah, no, I definitely think that a lot of like even, I would even say with me and my brother, because we have such a big age gap. Like it's like I think 19 years age difference.
So you're the youngest.
I'm the youngest. I'm the
Oh,
baby.
okay, got it.
So, but I feel like, growing up, it's like what would a he was 25 when he got married. I was 5. I was 6. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Didn't know what was
what would a 25-year-old kind of have in common with a
Right.
6? So I think as I've gotten older, and then I think the pandemic too, like I feel like our connection, mind you, we always been cool. You know what I'm saying? But I think our connection really developed a lot. So that's why I think the pandemic was really, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think if you're like an introvert or something like that, like you enjoyed the pandemic. But I enjoyed it because it did, it brought to my attention how much I wasn't, in my word and things like that.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do? Like,
I was scared. I was scared, low key. I really started like reading more.
Mm.
I'm like, Lord, we about to die. This is it.
I mean,
This is it.
I'm like, God,
Nah.
if this is
is
what
it.
I mean, he definitely got everybody's attention.
He did. Nah, for
But
sure.
then when it opened back up, even for church, just
Yeah.
being in church and nobody's in there, but you still like if you're on the praise team or playing and
Sing
things
to the
like that,
chairs.
it shifted everybody. And whether it shifted you in a bad way or a good way, in any it shifted you either
It
way.
did. It did.
And I think that a lot of us came out better. A lot of us came out more prepared.
I agree.
And just more, or at least I did. I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
Everybody's experience was different, but I think that just musicians, it made us have to go back and really think about what we want to do, how we want to move forward, and that, like you said, you can be in it today and gone tomorrow. So, what advice would you give? Someone that's coming up, probably just starting to play, don't really know how to balance, what they love to do with what they have to do, their relationship with God, just balancing it all the things of life. What would you advise?
It's funny because I have a quote in my house, and it says, "If you follow your passion, it will lead you to your destiny." So of course, like, follow your passion, but be smart. Just because you want to do music or whatever it is, always have something else. Like, for example, for me, I have a full-time job because right now music is not going to pay my bills.
Me too.
So I'm not going to just be like, but I'm so dead hard on music. Don't be stupid. Get a job.
Amen.
Get a job. And pay your bills to fund your passion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to make sure that you're set up financially, in a better position later on. But for if you are taking the musician route, if you're playing keys, just learn everything. Learn all your keys. There's still keys that not saying that I don't know them, but as a musician, you're forever learning. You know what I mean? And just learn everything, all the material, and be open to advice. I think a lot of times young people, they get, offended if someone tries to correct them. Yeah. But also people need to know how to correct the right way, though. Just throw that out there.
Yeah,
no shade.
Throw it out and take it now. Don't let
No
it just
shade.
go out the window.
Nah, but sometimes, it can be, you can be offended, especially if you're learning and then someone,
Because
it's
there's
not
that,
what you say, how you say
there's
it.
the older generation, and it's the things of the new. And I think that that's also a transition that in the pandemic that taught us as well. Like, we need each other. We need the wisdom, and we also need the new, because I don't know how many people didn't know how to work technology at that time.
Now everybody's setting up tripods.
Yeah, so I'm like,
everybody got ring lights now. I even bought one.
Because they had to do Zoom. If you didn't have a laptop,
Yep.
you got a laptop now. So we all need each other.
Yeah.
So I think that is just the main thing that with this podcast is just for y'all to know that we need each other.
Absolutely.
Like, you play a part, I play a part. Everybody plays a part in this body. We don't all have to do the same thing.
Yeah.
We don't all have to go down the same lane. All of our stories are different, but that's what makes us unique. That's what makes us different than everyone else.
Be unique.
So
podcast.
be
unique.
Be unique. podcast. Now, I do like to leave with something fun
Okay.
because we getting to know you. We learned a lot about you during this podcast.
Did you?
We did learn a lot about you. Even
Okay.
even though I know you already, I learned a lot.
Okay.
I'm gonna send my notes later. I'm gonna be like,
Okay.
wow, that was really great.
You funny.
So, if you could travel anywhere in the world, you don't have to pay a dime. You can just get on the flight right now. Where's your dream destination?
Man,
Where are you going?
it's tough.
So you only one. Now you only going to
There's
one.
a lot
now.
of places. I don't know. I'm not. To be honest with you, I just want to be by a beach.
By a
Nice beach scenery.
You gotta
Tropical though.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say because they gonna take you
Tropical.
to Dock
Nah, I ain't going to
Now.
Dock Island. I ain't going
You
to
gonna be
Dock
right there
Island.
along
We go
beach
to the
after
pier, down the beach pier. No, something tropical though.
Something tropical,
So wherever
like the
that is.
Bahamas and
Yeah,
things
something
like
like that. But I won't say that's
Turks.
I won't say that's dream. Cause I don't really think about that. See a lot, and I sometimes I can be a realist though.
Yeah, but I mean,
but it's
you
good to
wanna
dream
travel.
though. Absolutely, I do. But I know just right now, I just haven't. I haven't thought
Because you
about
gotta
it.
travel because it's like you have to
Yeah.
work and you have to,
Yeah, no, for sure.
we have to enjoy
Yeah.
life as well. Like your favorite food. What's your favorite food?
Anything.
Because I know if you say you didn't know that,
Anything.
You eat anything. So if
Anything.
people put a plate of snails on the table, you
Okay.
eating it?
You know what I mean. But I don't. I do like Mexican food.
That's
Mexican
my favorite.
food.
That's my favorite.
And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Really, I eat anything though, just not
anything.
weird stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Not
yeah,
weird stuff.
It's not weird stuff like snails. Janae,
Now, anyway, so tell them how they can. You have new music coming out.
I do.
I'm so excited.
I do.
You know when yet? You get an exclusive.
Hopefully, I would say hopefully we'll be done with everything by the end of April.
Okay. And what can
That's
we?
it. That's
What
the
are we
basic.
like? What is it giving?
No,
What
it's
are we
gonna be it's gonna be you can consider it to be R&B. Just more of like, to be honest with you, it was really one day I was just like vibing, and songs just came to me,
Okay.
and
That's how
it's crazy, and I just wrote it down. So let me write it before it goes away,
Yeah.
and I was like, it's time. And I've always wanted to, put out my own music. Cause I've worked on other people's stuff,
Yeah.
like we had our own thing, and I was like, it's time for me to, do it for me.
We ready.
I'm excited.
And
I'm
when
excited.
he drops, he got to come back so we can talk about the album.
No, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be EP, like 4 songs or so. It's gonna be nice.
You know what the title of it is going to be? Not yet.
I'm going in between titles.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, we're looking forward
but
to it.
coming soon for sure.
Coming soon.
It's in the works.
Now, y'all, please don't forget to subscribe. Please
Yes.
don't forget to follow.
Be
Because there's
unique.
more episodes coming up. And y'all have to be here with us. We family. Don't forget. Thank you, Dion, for coming and chilling with me
Absolutely.
today. I love you.
Love
and
you.
I just know that everything is going to be great.
Oh,
we
yeah.
can't wait. We can't
I
wait.
appreciate you.
We
Thank
can't
you
wait.
so much.
You got to come back so we can talk about
I will. Thank you for the invitation.
No problem.
And it was good talking to you.
Love you guys. Peace out.
Peace.
Be unique.